This is that one song that you heard so many times, and every time you hear it, you're like, I'm not gonna bump to this song. But then you start catching a vibe. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, whoa. East Coast with that gang, gang. You know we don't play games, whoa. Hop up on that wagon, oh please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin', right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry, we just stuck up in our ways. West Coast gon' head stand up, put that glass and hands up. Gang, 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 we famed up. Got that change, we bagged up. True love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy, drip so sick I'm queasy, whoa. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Our time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you were all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. Yeah.
We ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, glowing up, but we still trapped. That's how a nigga survives. Flowing out, got the crowd packed. Yeah, that's how a nigga provides. Y'all insta this, y'all snap that, y'all diss this, and they snap back. Another mass shooting in the headlines. I'm like, damn, where that attack at? Cause y'all think this about race. They font that shit in your face. It's like every day it's the same agenda. It's really not that hard to trace. Fuck it, we might as well face it. Accept it, whatever it's wrapped in. There'll come a day when they run out of grace. So me and my niggas stay trapping. Yeah, ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Hey, someone be too who I wanted to be and then what I became. Ended up going my own way, but I couldn't stay in my lane.
You switch the samples.
Now if I'm honest, I've taken a liking to wearing these chains. They hold me down, make it easier when I start feeling the pain. Out of the overflow, your heart, they say your mouth speaks.
I got hairy
well,
legs.
My heart must be fucked up, cause I can't speak and I can't sleep. So I stay woke in this daydream. Got shit to do, got the world to see. Got the same crew, got some new fleets. This an empire, fuck a boutique, that's real. I only say what I feel, got a new plate with the same meal. On a new hype with the same chill. Y'all too fake, I stay real. Got cast down from heaven, but I'm too good to stay in hell. I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like oh well, oh well. Yeah, I keep writing like oh well, oh well. Yeah, hey, I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like oh well, oh well. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. When my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. But my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah.
You already know this is about to be stupid.
How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of your phase me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa, this a new range, new page. Got me in a new country, new stage. I ain't signed no deal, I'm too paid. I do not have chill, I'm too crazy. I do not take L's, I'm too Brady. I might be frosted, I'm not flaky. Don't know what it cost me, it's all gravy. Turn on that faucet and just pay me. Whoa, we gon' get it, bring it back. Maybe Donald is a Mac. Couple bottles, empty glass. New machine, I'm sending facts. Bump the headline, check the facts. I'm not a gangster, but I'm a gorilla. Hop on them drums when I'm feeling J Dilla. Come get your lady, cause I'm a just stiller.
How about the range? Whoa. Hey, yeah, I'm feeling strange. Whoa.
How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of your phase me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa. There's no comparison, black in America, little too arrogant. I just embarrass y'all niggas irrelevant. I shouldn't mention it, that's royal etiquette. Out of my element, way too intelligent. Grab you a therapist, send him my sentiments. Neck full of sediments, caught me a Tesla and skirt through the valley. Dropped an investment in Silicon Valley. All of this cake, but I'm missing the patty. Might mess around and just scoot to Miami. Drums are so loud that they break in the chassis. King of the grass like a Lionel Messi. I am not crass, but my mental is messy. Mud in my glass while my pencil is sketching. All these rappers, but no one impressed me. Most of them actors got labels as testing.
How about the range? Whoa. Hey, yeah, I'm feeling strange. Whoa.
How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of your phase me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa. How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of your phase me.
Hop out the range, whoa. Yeah, I'm feeling strange, whoa.
She call me Captain, but I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Tryna stay private, but I got them groupies. Owe me in private, but don't get all choosy. Bust out the bubble and then with the new me. FTLOG on the top of the blue jeans. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. I got the rubies. She call me Captain, but I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Tryna stay humble, but I get real moody. Try not to stumble, but she a real cutie. Bust out the bubble and then with the new me. FTLOG on the top of the blue jeans. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. I got the rubies.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
E.T. found home. Sick fucking games. Elliot.
Go to the fucking gym.
Swolenormous.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yahos? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored
Fucking Catalina wine.
It's the fucking Catalina wine.
by Everson K2, flexing on all you beaches. Welcome to the greatest mancast in the realm. Take a moment, hit the like button, subscribe. Check us out over at SwolenormousX.com to download your free copy of the 7 Pillars. That's what we reference throughout the episode if you are new. And of course, leave a 5-star review on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Wherever you like to bang your ear holes, we have a fantastic, nay, an amazing Swole card today. Drop it in the live chat. Drop it in the live chat for a chance to win today's Swole card. Free your Swole. And remember, Swole cards, you could put them anywhere. So when you put them anywhere, you could put them in your bathroom. You could put them in your home gym. You can put them in your car. You can put them anywhere. And members are always posting inside the app, always posting about where they have their cards and showing their Swole card wall, and you could do whatever you want with it. And when you look at this one, you will know that there is more Swole in there. There's more Swole in there. And you have to free your Swole. Free your Swole. Let it go. Let it go. Let it grow, actually. It's Speaking of letting it grow, check out the brand new Papa Swolio Swollen merch. If you like Frozen, you'll love Swollen. They stole my IP for that too. That was one of the biggest robberies. I lost a couple billy on that one. So make sure you go and check it out over at papaswolio.com. Let it grow. Let it grow. Speaking of merch, let's check out some merch in the wild. Check out some merch in the wild. We got GTTFG looking absolutely jacked. I love this action picture.
Hi, puppy.
Wearing the red GTTFG tank and just in the middle of just smashing hammer curls. Good for you. Good for you. Gorillas. 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 Love the post. Make sure you tag us on Instagram or wherever you follow the content. So let's get into some Swole fam, post fam. It's time for that tip. Are you ready? Let's
Babe,
get
just an inch.
into it.
Just an inch. It's cold outside.
All right, we got this from the Swole fam. We have a post that I dropped inside the app, and I posted up for members. What is your current program or training split? So what are you currently doing? What's the Swole fam got going on? I always like to do kind of like a roll call so everyone kind of knows what other people are doing. And I think a lot of times, sometimes people join and they're embarrassed that they're just starting off. And, you know, people, I mean, this is important to let everyone know, to let us know in the community, to let us know what you're doing. That way we can guide you and stuff like that. So it really helps to see what other members are doing because you hear their names, you see them in the app, you talk to them on the round tables and stuff like that. And you're commenting under master classes and you see the names and you hear the names. So now you kind of get to put some gains to the face or to the name or to the screen name or to the handle that those of you in the chat, you know, you guys know each other intimately by your handles and stuff like that. And I usually refer to them that way also. So let's see. Brian says, I'm doing upper lower. I've made peace that resistance training on my left leg isn't an option for 6 months to a year, but that doesn't mean the right leg can't be trained. I'll look like a terrible cartoon drawing for a long time while the left leg catches up, but it's better than looking like someone who skips legs. And yeah, I agree. I agree with this 100%. This is tough. So let's say you break your arm. Let's say you break your arm. That sucks. You can't use your arm, but you can use the other one. So the most important thing is to understand that if you only have one leg right now, because you have the other one that's all casted up, you got to be careful. You got to be training the glutes too. Even if it's like just moving your leg back and activating your glute on that side, whatever you can do with the leg that's stiff, you could probably, maybe you can get in a certain position and do like kind of like a stiff leg kickback for your glutes. Because what happens when you have one arm or only one leg available is you're putting all your weight on that leg, you're leaning on it differently, and it's very easy to get tendonitis or kind of overuse injuries and stuff in that leg and rotators in your upper body and rotating and compensating. So just be very mindful of it. And I would do chair yoga. Do chair yoga because that'll keep you balanced. That'll help you stretch out. Because if you can only sit down or it's more comfortable sit down, you might be able to do some yin. And you could also do chair yoga. And if you've done chair yoga, drop in the comments. That really helps. And we have chair yoga inside the app. So check us out. Go check it out. And then Brian, go into the chair yoga section or do a search and search for chair yoga. Because then you can, because a lot of times you don't realize the other issues that translates to. And for example, if you break one arm, would you not just, oh, well, I don't want this arm to get imbalanced, so I'm just not going to train the other one. No, you just have to catch the other one up later. And then it'll just take some time. But it will match much more quickly if you build one side. And if you do one arm, you're actually going to maintain more muscle. And I think, didn't they do studies where if you do one arm, it actually builds the other side even slightly? It just builds it just because of like the stimulus and the brain translating bilaterally. I think there's something like that. Joe says push-pull legs, straight and to the point. Lacey says my mouth, it's all recovery at this point. Mobility, red light therapy, consistent nutrition, and hydration. 4 days out. Good for you. Good for you, Lacey. We'll send some gorillas your way. Got some bull milk here. Oh, it's delicious. What are you training today? Drop in the comments if you're watching live. Melissa says maximum swole split C2 straight fire. Thanks for the amazing program, Papa. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Aww. Maximum swole, super dope. And I think we might have some other splits and some other stuff that I'm going to be putting out. So stay tuned. We got some more awesome content coming. We always do. Pam says upper lower. Tanya, Swole Mastery, Swollen Sevens, and Yoga and Mobility. Vasco, push-pull legs for 3 days with small doses of cardio mixed in. 2 days for recovery, daily mobility work, give or take. Very nice. Very nice. Swole fam's doing great. Swole fam's doing great. All right. You know what time it is. You're excited? We got proof of Jim, but let's make some gains. Yow. Let's get into some proof of Jim. So finally, we'll get a little reprieve from Rate My Meal. Man, it's been getting a little gnarly. I'll be honest. So let's get into some proof of Jim. First one. Boom, Dylan, you son of a bitch. Yow. Look at your fucking gains. CIA have you pushing too many barbells? Yow. All right, where I'm at last week was 255 pounds when I started in the gym 6 months ago. Now down to 229 pounds. Let me try to do some quick math. That is 26 pounds. You can confirm that in the comments just in case. Very nice. That's awesome, dude. Awesome.
Wow.
That's some solid. You're looking good in the mirror, too. Looks like you're lifting weights. You're going to be looking fucking Brad Pitt in Fight Club soon. Looking lean in the mirror. And that's great, bro. Good for you. Good for you. Jordan, look at me. Oh my, look at the fuck. Jordan. Oh my goodness.
Hi, puppy.
You could tell.
Because
You could tell Jordan. You could tell Jordan's ready to hang dong in this picture almost. You're almost showing me that man puss. You're pulling that down, dog. But look at that beard. I'm jealous. I'm jelly. Look at the length of that beard. Look at the length. Look at the girth. Man, look at that. Look at that. All the ladies in the comments are like, ooh, I want to play horsey. Jordan looking fucking swell. Good for you, bro. Let's see. Justin, say less. Bam, proof of Jim. Look at that. Some sick fucking gains. Tats and veins, baby. Let's go. All right, Kyle, 320 pounds down to 240. The picture on the right was around 260. Still got a ways to go, but I'll get there. Good for you, dude. 80 pounds down. Swole fam crushing it. And the greater Swole fam is crushing it just as hard. I love it. Michaela. Well, the first is a bathroom pic from May, and the right one is from 11/11 in the gym bathroom. Does this count? Holy shit. So that's all right, different lighting, different clothes. You cannot hide that weight loss. You can't hide that fat loss. Look at her face. You can tell. You can tell she ain't in a funhouse mirror. Look at her face. That is amazing. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. That's a different person. Good for you. Good for you. That's super dope. Shiloh. Does Shiloh love the American flag? Methinks Shiloh do. Shiloh do very much. Look at that hat. American flag hat, American flag. Look at that big bald eagle on that shirt. Flexing on all you beaches. Damn, dude's built like a brick shithouse. Look at these fucking... Look at these people. Look at these fucking people, man.
people. Huh? What do you mean, you people?
Oh, yeah. Everyone's swinging some big dong. I love it. Everyone's swinging big dong in the gym. Bonus points if you're rocking merch. So make sure you drop that if you come across a proof of Jim. Bonus points if you're wearing merch. All right, fam. Knowledge cock time. Let's get into it. If you have questions, drop in the comments. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Let's get into the first one. Oh, this is a burner. This is a burner. I need a gym routine. So it's not I need a gym routine. You sound like Foghorn Leghorn. I say, son, I need a gym routine, son. I see a son, I need to make up my sick fucking gains. Come on over here, boy. Let me show you how to make some gains. All right. You need a gym routine? Cool. Join us over at swolearmsx.com. Go to the fucking gym. Go to the fucking gym. See what someone else is doing and just copy that. Probably not a good idea. You'll go in and see a professional bodybuilder. I'll do that. Leave in a body bag. All right. BGen60, Papa Solio, what hair product do you use? You fucking beautiful you fucking beautiful American.
Hi, puppy.
Funny you should ask that. I use Mane Gains. All right. You know what time it is. You know what time it is. It's time for... There we go. It's time for a little application. It's time for a little application, a little ASMR, so... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You like that shameless plug? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Only available at papaswolio.com. Sorry. I had to burp too. That's kefir, by the way. That's kefir. That's kefir. You guys, that was just the flair. A little flair in the sales at the end. One of us. One of us. All right. So Mane Gains. This is why I use my hair and beard. And it's awesome. So check it out, papaswolio.com. It's awesome. And you know what? And I've never done a sponsorship, never done paid ad reads. Not one, not fucking one. I mean, I don't know what you guys see before YouTube and Rumble videos. I'm sure it's dog shit. I know I see in the chat. But you know, that's just like default. If you don't run ads or allow them to put whatever the fuck they want, whenever they want, you know, they don't, I don't get enough. I don't get reach as it is. So we let that just go. But I always talk about our products because that's why we make them, because we believe in them. And it smells so good. It smells so good. And that's why I put it on live. It's so good. It's so good. I literally just put on my beard and I just like smell my hands. Smell my fingers. It smells so good. Yeah. No, it smells so good. It's so good. So good. So anyway, the shameless plug. So the shameless plug, yeah. So we never do any ads, but that's the deal. That's the deal. You're here, but I will talk endlessly and I will talk about how much I believe and how much I use and, you know, love these products because that's why I use them. And that's why usually I recommend things that I use. And if I could do it better, and we could do it better, and we did do it better. I used hair and beard oils before, but I never really liked them. So we made one that I love. Out of the stuff that we already decided that I liked. And we just made it even better and then packaged it. It's amazing. And the Morning Meadow is amazing. It's amazing. And that's just a lot of expertise that went into these. Everything from the labeling all the way down to just the mixing and the product sourcing and the quality and the preparation and the balance of the ingredients. It's amazing. So go check it out. Could not recommend them more highly. That's what I use. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the sentiments. You beautiful fucking American. Well, we are Americans. We are all beautiful because we are Americans. Just because of that. In itself, it's a beautiful country with beautiful people. A lot of retards, though. A lot of retards. Caveat. Put an asterisk next to it. And a lot of ugly people. So let's just be honest. I mean, it only goes so far. It's a spectrum. It's a spectrum. But yeah, that's why I use hair and beard oil. So also hair and beard oil, but I don't have it over here with me, but scalp seed is for the scalp to aid in strength and growth. And Mane Gains is for hair and beard, like the mids and ends of your hair and the beard, and then the bulk cream for the skin. Dope. Morning Meadow is amazing. So, Tom Thorson, Papa Sully, I'm a hard gainer. What's the best thing to start with? You're not a hard gainer. You just don't have good habits. You have to eat sufficient food and provide a proper stimulus. It's that simple. It's that simple. You need enough nutrition and energy. You need enough stimulus and you need enough recovery. That's it. Most people don't track shit. Do some people need more calories? Sure, then eat more. It's not that complicated. I can't eat it all in 2 meals, then make 3 or 4. Like, you'll figure it out. I wasn't fat. I was like skinny, slender. I was not, when I first started lifting, I don't even know what you would call it. I don't think my body type, I mean, I know some kids, but I feel like nowadays, I say now these kids these days, but obviously because I grew up in the 80s and 90s. So I was on kind of like more at the beginning of like the seed oil trend. You know, it was kind of picking up. My mom was also, when I was little, my mom was also into like the organic shit and, you know, eating, I guess, getting cleaner stuff even then. But, you know, it was just now we have so much compounded where the parents, you know, all the kids were fed from the start, all these garbage foods, and it's compounded and it's worse and worse. And it got worse over the last like 20, 30 years. So in other words, you know, most kids are either, I don't know, are kids skinny anymore? Everyone's fat. Everyone's fat. Yeah, it was the whole margarine crap. So most people are just fat and kids are fat. I realize it now. Back in my day, it's like, shit, it's true. It's true. Everyone has those stories. Back in my day, but it's also true. You see the pictures in the 60s, 70s, people were not fat. You see the pictures on the beach. You see the pictures on the beach or on the boardwalk. It's not that it's kind of like different crowds are there because you see a lot of people on the beach there. But if you're in good shape and you take care of yourself now, you're probably at the gym now. People just weren't fat. You're also eating better things. You're probably at the gym. You're not at a carnival or on Coney Island. You see but you know, the average people that are just at the beach, no one's morbidly obese. Probably because morbidly obese people just don't have any shame anymore. You know, people that don't care about their health, they're usually now just people just have this exhibitionist OnlyFans. Like, I don't care. I'm fat and I'm doing whatever. It's like, fine. But it's just more people. You go to the beach now anywhere, it's a complete opposite. Everyone's looks like shit. Everyone looks like shit. And I'm talking even down here in Florida where you have the best, looking people. Yeah, you go to certain places, you're going to see a lot more good looking people, but you're still going to see fucking gross people. The gross people are just there to look at good people. You know, you have a lot of people that are not in great, but they look at the hot chicks, you know, in South Beach and stuff like that, but whatever, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, it's the exact opposite. So are you a hard gainer or are you not tracking your habits? Are you not making those analytical decisions? So you say you're a hard gainer. What does that mean? How much are you eating? What are you doing? So you really have to figure this out. I can't answer that. You can't put all that information in Instagram story. This is what we talk about on the roundtables, what we talk about in the master classes in the group. This is why when someone, the first person that asked, like, hey, I need a program, you join Swole Normus X, you join the fam, and then you're actually going to have the information. You have the access to the community, to the roundtables, to, you know, Q&A sessions and all that kind of stuff. You post up a question in the Telegram chat, you know, people are all over it. Especially in the community we covered here on the podcast. People jump in the posts and stuff. It's just great. But you have to track. You have to have an idea of what you're doing. Most people aren't hard gainers. They just don't know what the fuck they're doing. They think they're eating more than they are. They're eating crap and or they're not training with the proper stimulus and they're not going to build muscle if they're not even doing that properly. Eric, RGRGR, Dr. G. Should I sleep 8 hours or sleep 7 hours and train 1 hour every day? Train morning or evening? Sleep 7 hours and train morning. And honestly, you can train and get 8 hours sleep. Your just time management sucks if you're asking this question. 7 hours is great. Absolutely, you're going to benefit much more than sleeping 8 hours and not training at all, or sleeping 7 and training for an hour. 1,000 billion%. I would even say the same thing for 6 hours. 7 hours, I would say the same thing. I would say 6, but then I would do that 6 and get 1 hour sleep. And then you're not going to want to waste those workouts. If you're disciplined in doing it, you're not going to want to waste that. So you're going to work on getting better sleep and doing it in the morning, because if you train in the evening, it's going to be harder for you to fall asleep. So you get that early morning first thing. Just join the like the 4 or 5 a.m. club and then go to sleep earlier. You know what I mean? Someone who mentioned this? Someone mentioned this in the community. Someone mentioned this in the app. I don't know who it was. I think I answered. Someone was saying I just joined the early morning club. You go to the gym at 5 o'clock. Let's say your gym opens. Let's say it's 24 hours. Doesn't matter if it's 24 hours or it opens at 5 or 5:30, or you go at 6. If you go when your gym opens, you know, if you have a small gym, sometimes there's the risk of the person oversleeping. So you got to make sure it's a reliable place. But if you have even a 24-hour gym, you go at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, you will have always a gym completely to yourself. Or you'll have a small group of people that are the most disciplined and most dedicated, that are there all the time, the same people every day. They have their routine. They do that. They go to work. You actually make more friends, I would say, earlier in the morning, just because you have other professionals. Not everyone. I mean, some people just like to train first thing in the morning. But that's the type of people, if you're up that early, you're very disciplined. Even if you're on an off day, if you're there first thing in the day, and this, you know, this also goes, I'm not saying if you go at 8 a.m., you're not disciplined, but I'm just saying, you know, the most. So you're going first thing, or you're going right after a shift. Let's say you're working in the evening and you just got off an overnight and you're training, still super disciplined, maybe even more so. Like that's fucking hardcore if you could do that after a shift, but maybe it helps you like, hey, you're, you know, it gives you some energy, and then I don't know, whatever your schedule is. Right. So the people that go first thing in the morning, it's always better. Always better. You just meet people that are getting after it and getting it done and prioritizing in their day. And plus you'll have more space. Like you'll never, you know, if your gym has limited equipment, you'll have more chance of doing, you know, of getting what you want. And, you know, some gyms, they have great stuff, but if you go at peak hours, it's just, you can't use half the shit, or you're waiting for a while, or you always have to change up your workout. But yeah, it was a little bit extra on that simple question. All right, drop your questions. If you have them live in the chat, drop in the comments, hashtag ask Papa Swole, hashtag APS, and drop it again. I'm not going to scroll back up, so make sure you drop in the chat if you have a live question. Kara Alexis 03, thoughts on sleeping pills? Oh, geez. Well, if you're just saying it like that, that's a no. I don't really recommend. There might be applications for things like melatonin, but I never recommend any of that. I don't fuck with any of that. I just think people need to adjust their lighting. And when the sun goes down, they switch to, you know, like a deep yellow light. And then when it's closer to bed, you switch to red lighting. And you'll want to use like incandescent or flicker-free bulbs and stuff like that. You know, that's like the next level. And you know, you go dimmer with lights and you shut down, you start doing your yoga, your wind down routine. Most people just need a dark room. They need less stress. They need to meditate and deload. Maybe you like journaling. Maybe you like sauna and journaling. Maybe you like doing some yin yoga and journaling, or vice versa, or taking a hot shower afterwards. Like maybe you like a cold, I mean, I've tried the cold plunge stuff. Cold plunge wakes me up. I like a cold, dark room, but I like, if anything, a warm shower before bed or in the evening. I think in general, sauna is better in the evening than cold, because sauna usually, your body radiates heat away, right? Your center cools off and starts giving off more heat, so it cools off your core more. Something like that. Makes sense, but you really want to make sure that stuff like that, sleeping pills or Ambien and shit like that, you don't want to take any of those prescriptions. You really need to change your habits. Most people don't realize how fucked up they are with all the lights, with their stimulation, with their phones, with TV, with text messages and alerts and the bright screens. Like, it's really hard to communicate this properly to people when you get rid of all this shit at night, when you go red mode, when you go red lighting or dark lighting, and you get rid of all the shitty lighting in your house and you go dark. You want to go to sleep so fast. Like we go red mode in the house. I need to be horizontal, like as soon as possible. You just shut down, especially as you get consistent with it. Like, it's really, and I know not everyone has the ability to wake up and go to sleep or do this kind of thing with the seasons. This is why daylight savings fucks people up. And this is why changing of the seasons and stuff can really fuck people up, because if it's dark outside in the morning, depending on where you live, like, you wouldn't be getting up. And when the sun goes down, you would be getting tired. If all you had was firelight or candlelight, When the sun went down, guess what? You're turning on candles. It's that deep glow. And then it's dark outside. And oh my God, it's dark so early. But then when it's, you know, you're up for a few hours and it's dark and you go to bed because it's 8 or 9 o'clock and it's dark and everything's off. You're not watching stimulating TV. You could read, but how many hours are you going to read for? And you just want to go to sleep. You're just tired and your body shuts down. Like that's what you want. You want that routine. Not everyone can do that. But when you do try to optimize for that, it's just like when you go camping. You go camping for a few days and your body, your circadian rhythm completely resets because you're away from all the toxic lighting. The sound pollution, the noise pollution, the air pollution, the light pollution. Those are the biggest ones. The light and the sound. That's why you completely reset when you're in, you know, and people that live in cities, when you have loud environments, like there's a running level of stress. That's why it's good to drown out that noise if you can and get some white noise. But it's, you know, it can really have this low level of anxiety if you always have to be on edge because human beings can be, you know, other people can be a threat. There can be threats out there. So if you hear sounds, we're just wired to be like, what's that? What's that? So anyway, better habits. Don't just go for pills. Fish and Not Only by Greg. Should I hop on TRT? I'm 17. So that's a no. And my test levels are around 200, lifting since I was 15. Oh, okay. Well, I've been lifting since I was fucking 15 too. And I'm not saying like I'm better than people that, I'm not saying I'm better than people that are on TRT. I'm open. I talked about this. I'm open to looking into it and starting that. I'm around that time period probably where it'll benefit me with my training, but you know, I just haven't done it. We'll talk about that. But 17 years old, you need to be really, this is what I'm talking about. It's your food. It's your environment. I'm sure you're putting on Old Spice deodorant and you're using fucking, who knows, Axe body spray and you're drinking fluoride tap water and you're, you know, staring at your phone all the time and you're not getting good sleep. And like, there's a lot of things. You're 17 years old. You need to get your fucking 7 pillars and your habits in order. You're nowhere. I'm not saying that, you know, some people are really fucked up since they're in the womb. You know, their parents ate like shit and they grew up eating toxic sludge. But man, do not fuck with that shit at 17. You got to work on your habits. You could do so much tremendously for your body. Getting sun. Gotta get that going, man. No, I would absolutely not. Absolutely would not recommend that for you. Let's take a couple comments and then we'll move on to the balls deep. LET says, young men nowadays have the test levels of 60-year-old men back in the 50s. Reed says, fix it now. I'm 43 and just started TRT. I was at 308. Lacey says, the red light therapy I've been doing has helped my sleeping in a very short amount of time. Interesting. Yeah, that's one thing that I haven't done. We have sauna and cold plunge. So that's like my standard, but I would probably be more leaning towards, I like having the cold plunge. I mean, I do like it. I don't use it like I used to. I use it once in a while and I use it for dunking my face in it. Or if one of us gets a burn, sometimes I just want to cool off. I've talked about this. I don't like try to freeze my sack off all the time, but I do love the sauna. And of course, when it's hotter outside, in the summer, I want to jump in the cold plunge. Whereas in the winter time, I want to go in the sauna more. Shocker. You know, like if it's 95 degrees and I just cooked outside, I don't really want to jump in the sauna. It's not really enticing. Oliver says also about morning training, you don't have to deal with the afternoon teenagers sitting and chatting on the bench. Yep. Straight facts. Straight facts.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
All right.
That's deep.
So let's do some balls deep. Hit the like button, subscribe, share the show with your friends. Let's fucking go. We got this one. We'll do the weird gender one first. So let's get into this. And then we have something about the United States. People are running away. Running away. We'll talk about that.
airport, I was nervous to travel, I was nervous to do anything because my ID had an F on it. So I felt immediate relief when I got an X on my license, finally. The Supreme Court just ruled to resume Trump's plan and requires people's sex assigned at birth to be displayed on their identity documents. Not only is this going to take me back to the place of fear and anxiety that I was in 5 years ago, it's undoing a 33-year-old policy that allows people to have accurate gender and sex designations. How? Out of everything that's happening in the world right now, is this an emergency in the Supreme Court? This is an organized effort to humiliate and endanger trans, non-binary, and intersex Americans. And I just wish everyone could see how it's all just another desperate attempt to concentrate power in the hands of a few cis, straight, white men. This is all a distraction. Trans people are being scapegoated so that the administration can push the limits of just how complacent an entire society can be to their benefit. Y'all want to let them
It is
win?
not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Well, I'm not a smaller bodied. You can't get smaller than this guy unless you're, I don't know, like 10. Anyway, so that was interesting. Okay, champ. Let's do this one. Let's see what we got here. Fleeing the United States. Fleeing the United States. Let's see what we got.
Well, here we are. It's Friday, and we are just literally minutes away from the border to Canada.
Oh, boy.
As we flee the U.S. Who would have thought at age 60 that this...
You're supposed to get smarter and more wise as you get older. You're fleeing the United States to Canada. To Canada. Okay. All right. Let's hear this out. Maybe they love maple syrup. Maybe they love amateur hockey. I mean, you never know.
This would be our day and our plan and our actions. And I know fleeing sounds dramatic and like something from a movie, but it's really true. We just feel so scrutinized and so silenced and so being portrayed as enemies within and being portrayed as domestic terrorists because we're standing up for what we believe in this country and what we believe is being violated and is going into an authoritarian regime, and is in it actually, and has been since he hit the ground running in January, the day he was inaugurated.
Come on. All right, so you're fleeing for Canada.
Matt Damon.
So we got some, I don't know, relatively, I guess, breaking news-ish. I mean, who knows what's going to happen? I don't know all the details of this. So I guess the House voted to pass the Epstein Files Transparency Act by a vote of 427 to 1 in a Capitol Hill decision on Tuesday afternoon. So let's see. It will move from the House to Senate before it will pass. And blah, 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 blah. So interesting updates. We will see what actually gets, if everything passes, if anything actually gets released, or if it's going to be redacted to shit. Who thinks this is going to be all black text? It's just redacted to the motherfucking tits. There's going to be like 5,000 pages and eight words that are visible. And 2 of them are going to be Donald Trump, right? And everything else will be blacked out. I don't know. So I don't know the latest. I don't know all the latest updates of like everything that's been going on, if that's even likely. I haven't been following that super closely. Which might be why, if you haven't seen a lot about it, maybe that's a reason it's trying to be suppressed. Maybe something will actually get released. Who knows? But I think it's going to be another, come on. Or maybe this is, look, you know what another PSYOP is? is doing this kind of stuff, it's kind of like release or don't release. And it gets so close and it gets shut down. And then something else comes out and it goes to the point where when something actually finally gets released after like 5 or 10 fucking years, no one cares anymore. And half the people will just think it's fake anyway because it didn't come out right away. It's just like, oh, now it's released and who said that and who's making that up? Is that AI? Right? So I think really all this jerking back and forth, maybe they actually do release it, but then do you know if it's true? And then you've lost most people on the Epstein thing already. I think a lot of people you've lost. Most people don't really care, right? Most people care about the economy. Most people care about their money, and rightfully so. But this is also an interesting kind of manipulation tactic where you just go back and forth and you kind of release it, you don't. And then you'd say this and you don't. You those. By the time you do, most people kind of like got bored and then aren't paying attention and then won't believe it anyway. And at this point, it's like, even if something is like, holy shit, you still need the support, right? You still need people to be upset enough about it. And people are pretty burnt out with their emotions. So it might take something pretty seismic to get people amped up even more. Yeah, aliens, they always jerk this thing back and forth. So I think it just comes down to I'll believe it when I see it, or at least maybe not believe it when I see it, but I will make the assessment based on the situation and how it unfolds. But we'll see. We'll see. I think that you gotta shine light under the fucking. You gotta pull the stump up. You gotta get the UV out. You gotta eradicate this fucking trash. All right, let's get into the Swole card, and then we will do a throwback. So let's give away today's Swole card. It is Free Your Swole. Let's give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away now. All right, we got a winner. Today it is Reed. Congratulations. Free your Swole. Free that Swole. Beaches, congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 3484 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email.
And that's the way, I like it. Casey on the sunshine bun.
All right, let's get into let's get into a throwback before we wrap it up. Here we go.
My goals in 2023, and here's why I don't give a singular fuck. Goals are meant for me to keep my ADHD on track. Whether or not I do the goal doesn't say anything about me as a person or my worth, or I refuse to feel bad about not hitting a goal or reaching a goal or whatever, because it doesn't matter.
It don't matter. None of this matters.
I just need you to know that if you're seeing a lot of like BS around goals in 2024, you don't need to do anything to change who you are, because you're already phenomenal as you are today.
Thanks, Fatty.
I don't care if I get my goal or not. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, I don't know why I set goals so I have focus, but if I don't get them, that's not what a goal is. You're not doing anything to accomplish it, and you don't care if you get them. What are you doing? You're just lying to yourself. You're acting like you're doing something by saying you're setting a goal, like saying that you have a goal. That's not actually accomplishing anything. Yeah. All right, fuck your resolutions. Go to the fucking gym. Thanks for being here, fam. We will see you tomorrow for 3485. Check out all the links. Go pick it up. Let it grow. Go pick up some amazing main gains. Everything over there at papaswolio.com. We got some awesome merch specials. Go check it out. And let's see what else we got. swolenormousx.com to join the fam and get access to all the amazing content, because we had a roundtable. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I think it was last week. We got new merch. We got all the new releases right there on the homepage, all that good stuff. But we'll see you tomorrow, and go make some sick fucking gains. Peace, McGee's, Deuce Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you made, that's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no ollie.